Hi, my name is Umar and today we will be reviewing this B14 Nissan Sunny. We have our website, which is www.bamwheels.com. You can follow us on the website if you want to see my detailed opinion about the cars that we review. We also have our Instagram channel, which is Bamwheels. Please follow us on Instagram if you want to see the cars that we'll be reviewing in the future. Nissan Sunny was very common in Pakistan in the 80s and early 90s. Before Nissan, Datsun was a very common brand name in 70s and early 80s. In 1994, this generation of Nissan Sunny was introduced. This is called B14 Nissan Sunny. So this was introduced in 1994, and once it was introduced, this car started its local assembly as well. So this car started being produced in Pakistan in 1997. They started the local assembly of this car. Unfortunately, because of the shape of the car, this car faced downfall, and now Nissan Sunny isn't that common or that successful in Pakistan anymore. Why I say unfortunately? Because mechanically, I personally feel this is one of the best cars that were ever made locally. And today I have this car with 40,000 kilometers, the first owner car. It's in pristine condition. I'm glad that I'm able to show you this car in this condition. This car was offered with a 5-speed manual 1400cc engine, a 4-speed automatic 1400cc engine, and a 2000cc diesel engine. The car that we have today is a 4-speed automatic transmission vehicle. So let me show you all the interesting features of this car, and then we will take it for a road drive to see how it drives. Coming to the front of the car had a controversial shape. The headlights, if you see, are extremely long, and then you have the radiator grille. So the headlights are like the entire headlight and the radiator grille thing, it's not really proportioned if you see. So this is not a shape that people liked then, or even now people are not too excited about a shape like this. The car comes with G14 DS engine. It is a 1.4 liter 16 valve dual overhead cam engine. It produces 75 horsepower with 112 Newton meter of torque. The special thing about this car was in its suspension. It was an ECCS dual multi-link beam suspension. The technology was such that this suspension was cross-armed, because of which the car was extremely comfortable. When you come to the side of the car, the entire back is in the circular kind of a shape. This is also something that people did not like at that time. On the trunk you have your power antenna. So when you turn on your radio, the antenna pops out. And when you turn it off, it goes back in. This is the key of this Nissan Sunny. This is like the original key, a very cute and small kind of a key. I mean, I have a cycle lock. That key is very similar to this one. So when you step into the car, the first thing you have over here is your power window controls. This is your window lock, and this is your door lock controls. You have this fabric in the door trims, and then there is a door pocket. The same fabric is over here as well. It's the same fabric, if you can see. Over here you have your seat recliner and seat height adjuster. This is your fuel and trunk lid. So if you pull it, your trunk opens, and if you push it, your fuel lid opens. Over here you have your cap for the hood release. This is your power windows controller, a 4-spoke steering wheel. Over here you have your instrument cluster, temperature, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, speedometer, trip, this is your trip meter and your odometer. This is all manual analog. Over here, this is a digital instrument cluster which shows you your clock. The dashboard is very nice in this dual combination of dark gray and light gray. Then if you come over here, you have your manual climate control, you have your cassette player, a space to put something in, 2 cup holders, lighter and ashtray. Automatic transmission with overdrive, so you used to get an overdrive in this car. A handbrake. This is your armrest with a storage console over here. Over here you have your plus compartment. Then if you look over here, you have a vanity mirror which is with this velcro kind of a thing. Don't get a vanity mirror over here though. So I'm sitting at the back of the car. It's not anything like you get in cars these days. There are no rear headrest. The entire room and the view that I look at, it's all very open kind of a thing, so I can easily see at the front and all of that. Now the cars are like more covered, if I would say. The leg space is okay. I mean, I could have had better leg space, but it's alright. The head space is also decent. You can have 3 people sit in over here. 4 people I doubt would be able to fit in, but 3 people can easily fit in over here. Coming to the back of the car, you have the entire length of this tail light, and then you have this empty space underneath. Again, something people did not like at that time. So technically this is your tail light, this is your indicator, reverse light, and then this entire thing is your giant garnish reflector with Nissan's emblem over here. You have your third brake light over here. I kind of liked this thing, but it was ahead of its time at that time. You have EX Saloon emblems over here. So you got FE and then you got EX Saloon. FE was the standard one, EX Saloon was the loaded one. You didn't get an automatic transmission in the FE variant, you got it in EX Saloon only. So you had FE petrol and diesel, EX Saloon petrol and diesel. Then you have Sunny's emblem over here with automatic sticker underneath. And then over here you have your number plate. This is the trunk of this Nissan Sunny, a decent sized trunk, and you have your spare tire and everything else over here. So these are the features of this Nissan Sunny. Now let's take this car for a road drive to see how it drives. Alright, so now we are driving this Nissan Sunny. The visibility is extremely good. At that time when this car was launched, it was one of those cars that were known for good fuel economy. So this car at that time offered around 13-14, and this car is like very good condition and very few kilometers driven car. So I'm sure this one also offers similar kind of fuel economy. The visibility is extremely good. The spares are available, but they are not available as readily as you would find for a Corolla or a Civic. You don't have ABS brakes in this car. This is a car that came before all of those things were made common and mandatory. The resale price, the price of these cars is somewhere between 3 and 500,000 rupees. So between 3 to 500,000 you can get a decent car of this type. The drive quality is very nice. Yes, the car has a little steering play in the steering. I'm not sure if it is something to do with this car or if it is something generally for this generation of Nissan Sunnys. But yes, there is a little play in the steering wheel. The acceleration is alright. I mean, it's not that great, but it's an alright kind of an acceleration. The handling is also okayish. The ground clearance is not very good. Like, the ground clearance is again some of the okay suits, not a strong suit of this car. I personally feel this is a good, comfortable car, especially if you are driving a 98 Corolla or a Civic. You compare it with those cars, this definitely drives better than those. That was all about our review of this Nissan Sunny. Please let us know in the comment section what you think about this review. Till next time, bye.